Birth plans. Should you be creating one? Absolutely. And why I think it's important is because if you go through into a situation and you don't have a plan for it, and the other person does, other people in the room, whether that be family members who, really feel like this thing would be best for you. So for example, like an epidural, like your mother is like, this is what I think you should get, this is what I got, I want you to feel comfortable, I don't want to be in your presence when you are uncomfortable, etc., etc. Whether it's the care providers who feel like if X, Y, and Z don't happen, then this is what I'll do. When it comes to interventions, all of those things, if you don't plan for those things and may think about them yourself, what the benefits and risks are beforehand, go over terms with people, go over maybe some scenarios with people in your family and the professionals who you are working with to prepare for birth. This is a part of preparation, is picturing what your ideal birth would look like, what would happen. And if these things don't happen, and you might have an issue with the inflexibility, then you might need to work on that part too. Okay? And I say it this way because it's fine to do both, right? I think that doing both actually is the best case scenario, right? If you make a birth plan and you work on your mental and emotional flexibility, you will be all the better for it. Your birth experience will be all the better for it, right? It's just recognizing that you have to do those two things. So when people say things like people shouldn't be making birth plans, or sure, make the plan, but just know that it might not happen. No. None of that really needs to be the focus, in my opinion. Instead, we should make our birth plan. We should say what it is that we want. We should declare it. We should write it down. We should do whatever it is we need to do. We should absolutely make sure that everybody who's going to be involved in our birth knows what it is we would like to see happen, so that everybody can be functioning in a way that will bring this around the way that you would like for it to go. However, if you need to, and most of us do, not just surrounding birth, but surrounding a lot of things in life, most of us could benefit from having more mental and emotional flexibility, so that if things do not go the way that we planned, because a lot of us make a lot of plans, but that we practice our bounce back, we practice being resilient, we practice moving forward, we practice refocusing, so that in the moment, instead of focusing on what we didn't want to happen, right, or that we didn't want this thing to happen, we're more focusing on what is next, right? Making the decisions that come after our plan goes well or our plan doesn't.